Tiger Man does whatever a tiger can. Yes, hello everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Technicolor Mike B Show. I am your host, Tiger Man! Yeah, I like to repurpose the Spider-Man theme song into the Tiger Man theme song whenever I do a tiger face paint or something like that. The two words just sound similar, so you could do Tiger Man does whatever a tiger can, sings a song all day long, hey, he's the Tiger Man. So yeah, we are doing Tiger Man today, just my own creation. Yeah, I know, like the Thundercats had Tigra, and I'm sure there are some other tiger-based superheroes. I know you have Tigress in the Kung Fu Panda series. So yeah, there are other tiger-like superheroes, but this is my own design. I couldn't find the full costume. I had a chest piece for it with a nice tiger. We did a photo shoot at the Kennedy Center, and I think the theme was superheroes, or at least, yeah, I decided to do a tiger-themed superhero. When I first heard we were doing a cosplay photo shoot at the Kennedy Center that year, I was excited because I wanted to do a Lion King-based design, because I thought, hey, this is the Kennedy Center, and you should do something that's related to a show that's been at the Kennedy Center. The first time we did a photo shoot at the Kennedy Center, I did a Cats-based cosplay, and I actually made the whole yarn wig. I haven't done it this year yet. It's been on my list of cosplays to bring out again. So yeah, the second time we were at the Kennedy Center, I wanted to do Lion King, another theater-based production, but no, I decided, because the theme was not appropriate for Lion King, it was superheroes or something along those lines, I did a Tiger Man. I had a shield, I had a ray gun, I had the chest piece, my cape. So yeah, that was one of the cosplays we did at the Kennedy Center. It's an interesting place to do a cosplay photo shoot. You have a variety of textures. They have a parking garage, which gives you the urban jungle look of a parking garage and concrete structures and big air processing vents to let air into the underground parking garage. You have 2 levels of lobby space. One of the levels has lots of marble areas. There's areas with wood paneling. There's curtains. There's the 2 stages that you could go in front of. They didn't want us up on the stages themselves, but we could be on the stairs. There's mirrors. There's a lot of textures at the Kennedy Center for doing a cosplay photo shoot. There's tapestries. There's posters for the various productions they've done before. Yeah, so it's a very interesting place to do because there's such a wide selection. They do have like an outdoor balcony upstairs that overlooks the Potomac River on one side and like the monument, at least the Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial on the other. You can see the Watergate Tower. The lower level, there's some fountains outside. There are trees outside. So yeah, you have the outside, the inside, a lot of spaces. This was before the Reach opened up at the Kennedy Center. I've explored a little bit of the Reach, but not for a cosplay purposes. There's a sculpture garden and some other outdoor space that was created for it. So yeah, if you're doing a cosplay photo shoot, it gives you a variety of settings. Obviously, if you're going for like an upscale wedding-ish fancy ball, that would work well at the Kennedy Center because it is a very formal place. If you're going for the superheroes, I don't know. It's I guess if you look at like the superheroes, like Superman's home base is like this crystalline structure. It's very formal. It's very sterile. But yeah, so the Kennedy Center is interesting. I think you have to pick the right type of cosplay to find the thing that works. I remember I was wandering around by myself with just my cell phone for a camera and found areas with like some red lights and blue lights and just different colored lights on a white background that created a different effect that I thought was sort of sci-fi-ish. So yeah, the Kennedy Center was an interesting place. We have a group that, when we're not in social distancing, does usually one event in the Maryland, Virginia, or DC area each month. They don't always do the hottest days of the summer and the coldest days of the winter. A mixture of indoor-outdoor spaces. So yeah, I always had fun with them, but they haven't been able to do their big-scale events since before all this coronavirus stuff began. But I'm way off target. We're supposed to be talking about Tiger Man and doing a balloon and telling jokes. So today's jokes are going to be about the rainforest and the jungle. Sort of places that you see the big cats like lions and tigers and leopards and things like that. The jokes will come from boyslife.org, unstoppable.com, upjoke.com, and jokesforus.com. We'll do a balloon and pull out my selection of balloons. Pull out the handy dandy balloon inflation device, also known as my big pump. And we can get started. See, I still have a marker that works. I was supposed to grab some fresh markers, but hey, I forgot. But that's okay. So what do you call a sleepy rainforest? Yes, a sleepy rainforest. Well, that would be your pajamazon. The pajamazon. Why shouldn't you do math around wild animals? Yeah, you're just randomly deciding to study your math while you're in the jungle. You're somewhere near these wild animals, and you start 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, 3 + 3 is 6, 4 + 4 is, oh my gosh, I was 8. Yes, the animals were taking advantage of your being distracted and ate you while you were doing your arithmetic. Yeah, so don't do math problems while you're in the jungle. There's a better time and a better place to work on your math problems. I'm trying to see if you can remember all your numbers. Yes, because you don't want to be 8. Where do wild animals go to work out? Yeah, if you were a lion or something, where would you go for your workouts? Well, I think they would go to the jungle gym. Yeah, hopefully there is a good gym in the jungle just for the animals. That's where they'll be hanging out, getting nice and strong so they can pounce on their prey. But why don't these animals play poker in the jungle? No, the jungle animals don't like playing poker. They tried it a few times and they found out there were just way too many cheetahs who were interfering with their game. Yes, the cheetahs. See, get some white for his eyes. How big is the Amazon rainforest? Yes, how big is the Amazon? It is huge. You could say it's like a Brazilian acres large. Yes, just a Brazilian acres large. And that is big. Don't need that piece, we just snap it off. So here is our tiger's head. It's got 2 eyes, a nose, 2 ears, a mouth, everything it needs for its head. Now we can move on to its body. So where can I go to buy a rainforest? Yeah, if I want my very own rainforest, where would I go? Well, I think they sell just about everything there. You just go to Amazon and you see if you can buy a rainforest. They probably have 1 or 2 for sale. They may not be quite as big, but hey, you can have your own rainforest. So we're gonna make this a big tiger, bigger than I sometimes do. Come on. Got a balloon jammed in my pump. Catch that there. Bring that there. Take that over. Back. Put it in. Figure out how long the leg should be. Oh, I was supposed to be telling jokes. What flies through the jungle singing opera? La 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 la. Well, that would be your parrots of the Penzance. Yes, the parrots of the Penzance are your opera singing birds. They just fly through the jungle singing songs from their opera. Yeah, I don't know what kind of tail a tiger has. We'll give it a big cat tail because, well, I have the balloon. Don't need that piece. What do tigers sing at Christmas time? Yes, what are tigers and the other animals singing around Christmas? Well, they're singing jingle bells, jungle all the way. Yes, they like their jingle bells. How do you see a tiger when you're doing a video safari? Yeah, we're safer at home. That means if we want to see the wild animals, we have to do it on video. Well, if you want to see a tiger or other large cat, you just push pause. Yes, you push pause if you want to see an animal with paws. So there are some eyes on our tiger. Give him a nice smiley mouth. And I could draw a bunch of stripes on it. I'll probably do that before I take the pictures, but that just takes time. to draw stripes. But there is our big tiger cat balloon. What trophy does a rainforest always win? Yeah, if you were a rainforest, what trophy would you win? Well, it gets the Precipitation Award. Yes, just like kids, everyone needs an award. Kids get a participation award. A rainforest gets the Precipitation Award. When does it start to rain money? Yeah, that's the best time for me. I really enjoy when it rains money. Well, that's just when there's a change in weather. Yep, I'm waiting for the money. I have a bag just ready to go outside and catch it all as it comes down. Don't spend it all at one time. When will the rain stop falling? Yes, if it's been raining a long time, that's a question you always ask. When is it going to stop falling? Well, usually rain stops falling when it hits the ground. Yeah, I can't go any further. It hits the ground, it just stops falling. Yes, it might stop falling when it hits your house or a tree or something else like that, and it just sort of sits there. But it's done falling once it hits a something. Yep, so those were my jokes for today. This is my big tiger balloon. Before doing all this stripage, yeah, I could do it, but it's not fun watching me just color balloons, and it's not fun hearing the balloons squeak. So there we have our design for today, the jokes for today. We have a nice sunny day. It's a little bit on the cooler side. I took advantage of the nice weather. I went on a long bike ride. Been trying to do that almost every day when the weather is nice, when I have the time. And on the weekends I can do a longer one because I'm not as crunched for time. I tried going a new direction that I hadn't gone before. I looked on the map. I saw, well, if I go this way, if I turn this street, had it all worked out. Yeah, but as I was going by, it's like, that street name sounds familiar. Well, that was the street I was supposed to turn on. Yeah, I just kept going, and when I hit the end of the road, I'm like, I didn't see the street I'm supposed to turn on. I'd written down the directions to myself of which streets I was going to turn. And I'm like, oh yes, that was the street. So I had to backtrack a bit. That area was a lot hillier than the area closer to my house. I wasn't quite prepared for the steepness of the hills. And I mean, you could see like a block over the roofs of the house down there. So they were like 30 feet lower, just a block and a half, 2 blocks distance to travel. So yeah, I got my good workout. There was one time it was just a little bit too steep. I actually got off the bike and walked the last 20 yards up the hill before getting back on. But yeah, then I was crazy enough. Once I sort of got close to home, I said, I'm going to take the longer way back. At that point, it was like, I know this route. I know that's not that hilly, and I can do flat ground without too much trouble. I could just keep going. But yeah, the hills, I like the downhill parts, but you know, if you end at the same point you began, every time you go down, there's going to be an up at some point. Yep, that's just a rule of life and riding a bike. Sometimes the up is not as steep as the down was, but yeah, if you go down 200 feet, you're going to have to go back up 200 feet. So I think the app I was using said it was like a 14-mile ride today, so that's pretty good. Yeah, after like the first few months of this staying at home, I did absolutely nothing as far as exercise was concerned. And then like the last week in June, I said, hey, I have this bike in the garage. Let's see if the tires will hold the air. Let's re-oil the chain. And started riding a bike and done it almost every day for the last little over 2 months. Yeah, it's really good getting this exercise, finding stuff to do, getting out of the house. I should sleep well, but you know, I still wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, or only get 6 hours, and or wide awake when I go to bed. But I should be exhausted after all these bike rides. Maybe eventually my body will figure it out that, hey, I did some workout, so let's get some sleep. But yep, that's what we have for today. Don't know what designs we have coming up next week. I'm sure they will be interesting. Some new jokes, new balloons, who knows what else we'll have. So we shall end this episode of the Technicolor Mike B Show, and I am your host, Tigerman! So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's episode. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.